So, Torchlight 2. Torchlight 2 Beta. It's coming. Torchlight 2 is coming soon. Soon TM. It's coming next month-ish, probably. A month after Diablo 2's... Diablo 3's launch. Because obviously they want to give it a bit of breathing room, you wouldn't want to release them instantly. So, what's it about? Well, it's an action RPG, same as Torchlight. This time it has overworld. So instead of just going down beneath the town, you can now are spread across a world where you can roam the countryside killing monsters. Each time you play your new character, there is a randomly generated area, countryside, dungeon, and onwards, which is awesome because I've played all characters now and got 3 of them to level 21, which is the cap in the beta, and not once seen the same area.
Your pet is wounded.
There are 4 classes: the Outlander, Ember Mage, Berserker, and Engineer. The class I enjoyed the most, probably the Berserker, then maybe the Engineer, and maybe the... Oh, okay, I liked them all. But the Berserker was actually the most surprising for me. And it's surprising because it starts off, and as I was playing on Veteran, because I've played a lot of action RPGs, and you know, you're a pussy if you don't. It surprised me because it started off quite hard. I mean, the other classes, it was kind of there was a moment of, okay, this is what my buttons do, you know, hitting the monsters and realizing that, you know, death comes to everyone. But with the Berserker, you kind of have to be careful because you don't have much health and you're a melee class. So basically, when stuff hits you, it hurts, and it really does. And you're kind of vampiric in your abilities. So you're hitting things. You're draining their life or gaining your own life. You know, it's coming back to you, which is really cool mechanic, and it works really well once you get past like level 6. It starts to really kick in then. But before then, it's freaking hard because you're dodging everywhere to try and get away from people. But if you're not hitting them, you're not getting any life back. So you go through a hell of a lot of pots. So personally, I think they need to tweak that a bit. Either give them a touch more health or just make the vampiric a bit more vampiric at the start. But anyway, the whole, it gets you into playing it right because it's all about the crits, and it's all about when you get a crit to get healing and all that kind of stuff, which is really interesting. I really like that. And the other, the Engineer's a kind of tank, but also two-handed warrior, which is really, and he's got special abilities which completely changes his role either way. When if you go with sword and board, you've got shield bash and all that kind of stuff, which actually works really nicely. The Ember Mage obviously is a mage and calling down fiery death. It's just really satisfying to play. Things pop everywhere when you're a mage, and it's brilliant. It works really well. And then the Outlander, which is this class here, again, I can't, it's just so much fun to play. They've really nailed it quite nicely, and I can't say anything bad particularly. So the game itself, you'll be able to play on the LAN, you'll be able to play on the internet, you'll be able to play single player. You won't have to sign in to play anything other than the internet. Obviously on the internet you have to sign in so you can authenticate and get on the lobbies and all that kind of stuff. The game looks awesome. Personally, I love this style, and the art is just amazing. They've really made something unique and brilliant. The weapons are awesome. The effects are brilliant. It's just really nice to see so much, it's just not all dark. It's not all dark all the time, and you can't, it's not all hidden, which is really nice, and it makes just for a really nice look. The randomized areas work really well. I've played everything, and I haven't, every time you start a new character, it's completely different. So it's really nice. Other than the actual physical look, you never think, oh, I've been here before. I can go over there and know where it is. So they've done really well with that. It's completely randomized, and the area is huge as well, which is really nice. Now the price, $20. It's kind of like bargain. There's no real thought needed. I mean, if you like hitting stuff and killing stuff in a game, obviously not in real life, because that would just be wrong, then this game is awesome. It's just awesome for $20. It's amazing. If you haven't played an action RPG, you're interested, you don't want to fork out for Diablo 3 yet, I would get Torchlight 2, and then if you can't get a guest pass on Diablo, for example, or whatever, and then progress your action RPG career from there. I know I've got my daughter into it, and she's kind of enjoying it at the moment, which I'm, very proud of. So yeah, thanks for watching. That's my rambling thoughts on Torchlight 2, which are rambling because that's the way I think. And yeah, I'll hopefully bring some more thoughts to that effect later. Bye bye.